What we're going to talk about today is are chickens birds?
What?
I'm kidding. So, couple working in the same workplace, in the same team.
Oh.
Yeah. Would you do that? Or generally, would you recommend any couple to do that?
In the same
Team.
core team.
Yes. So you are working with your partner on a daily basis.
No, would not recommend.
Why? I mean, you like to have more time with me. And then if you are working the same team with me,
Yeah,
that
but
is-
I think it makes it even harder to separate your work and your personal life, wouldn't it? Let's say you have a dispute, not an argument the night before, and then you guys are assigned to work on one project together.
well, if you're a professional, I think that you should be able to do that.
Yeah, but it's still kind of awkward, you know? Like you're not speaking at home and then at work you're like,
Yeah, that makes sense. But how
Force it.
often would you fight and go to work? If you have 365 days a year, how many days would be like that?
yeah, but I mean, you can't really put a number to it. That it just happens.
Yeah, what I mean is, way more days will be just
Working.
working,
Yeah.
and you can go to the office with your boyfriend, husband, and they're commuting in the same car.
But what if would your relationship be known to the rest of the team?
Yeah, why not?
But I don't think is that encouraged? I don't think so.
Actually, that's a good question. Why would the company not encourage people to do that? Oh, actually, in Korea, I worked for Hyundai, right? And they encouraged the employees to get married to each other.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm serious. And then, if you get married to someone in the company, they give some money.
What are the reasons?
By doing that, they can keep those employees. I mean, in their theory, they can keep those employees in the company longer. It's not
I don't really
really
see the-
easily understandable in the standards here in the States, but in Korea, that's how it was thought.
What's the correlation between, like, let's say couples who work together get married
Hmm.
and then they assume that they will stay in a company longer? Like, for what reasons would they?
That's a good question.
Is there like some benefits?
Not really. After they get married, they get paid. Not paid. I don't know if I can say paid, but the company gives them some money if they get married to each other in the company, and then they believe that those employees will stay longer than other employees in the company. Probably as a couple, if you work in the same company, you can more easily just settle down in the company, right? Yeah. Anyway, in Korea, at least my company encouraged internal marriage, but I don't see any in the States here.
Yeah, I think rarely it's explicitly said. They say do not have romantic relationship. It's like an unspoken rule, I feel. Maybe there is somewhere and I probably just glossed over it, but yeah, I think it's more like less encouraged to have romantic relationships, especially if you're working with them directly, versus them encouraging outwardly, like, yeah, you should have relationship with your coworker, even better, like your direct colleague. I don't think that says something here.
I think it makes sense if it's between you and someone you work with or someone in counterpart company,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In that case, it could be a little tricky because you can handle the contract, but
Yeah, right.
yeah, within the same team, when you have perfectly aligned business goal with this person, yeah, I don't see any reason for the company to discourage those internal dating or whatever.
Maybe it's just me, and I'm just have an opinion about it, but I would imagine if I'm a manager, right?
Yeah.
And let's say my direct reports are dating each other, how would you feel about it? Let's say, like, oh, okay, y'all are dating, but perhaps it's like, that's fine. It's like none of my business as long as you keep it professional in the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we're have nothing to
Yeah,
say about it, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't take it in any negative way at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Then what
yeah, it's
about
good for them?
what about manager and direct report are dating?
Same.
Really?
Yeah. How would it be different?
But wouldn't you be concerned about having bias in the workplace?
Well,
People would say, yeah, they'll keep it professional and objective,
yep.
but you can't be 100% like neutral entire time,
Right.
right?
I get it.
And let's say if your partner doesn't want to take on a certain project that's like a lot of work, and you know they've been stressed out,
Mm-hmm.
there's still like going to be, you know, some favoritism or whatever you want to call it in the workplace that's going to be really hard to manage. And I think you'd rather just, you know, separate them.
That's a good point. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Right. And then I think when that type of manager direct report relationship is there, I think there should be some policy
Yeah, right.
in the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, that separates one from the other.
I do think if you are dating someone that's directly within your core team, it's probably not a good idea. I'm sure it'll be fine, but just to avoid any complications overall, probably they will say, yeah, not a good idea. It's fine if y'all in different teams or different orgs, but not in the same team.
I will change my opinion. Yes, it's good to work in the same company, but not in the same team. Yeah, there is a lot of possibilities that it'll make anything complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And as a manager, I wouldn't want to deal with anything that is not
work
related, and it's more like, my employees misbehaving.
Yes, and sometimes when you have a bad fight within like family or with your partner, going to work is kind of getaway. Shut up and go work and just immerse myself in work.
Yeah, right.
And forget about all the complicated stuff with my partner.
That's a really good point. I think it's a healthy relationship when you guys do take some time apart.
Yeah, right.
Especially when you're married too. I can imagine you're with each other like 80% of the time, probably. Work is another place where you can like interact with other people.
Yep. That's
having space is important. So
yeah, we are aligned.
Has that policy, or not policy, but like that encouragement in Korea workplace, or at least like in previously, is that still a thing, or is it more?
I have no idea.
Back then,
I have no idea how it changed, but I don't think it makes really total sense to me, at least. And you know what? If the company gives you money for marrying like internally, that will not make any difference. You know what I mean? No one will get married because of that
money.
Yeah. Just like a little support.
Unless it's like a large sum of money or like promotion.
Yeah.
Then that might change things. But it's like, I imagine it's just kind of like a wedding gift from the company, right?
Yeah, it's just a cute little
thing. Yeah. It's not going to keep someone around for the next 10 years or something. It doesn't guarantee that.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Okay. Anyway, we agreed that working in the same company is fine.
Yeah.
But working the same team is not the best case.
Probably
scenario.
not. Yeah. And, we would like to hear any of your stories. If you've directly experienced working with your partner, or someone that works with their partner in the same team, what are your thoughts on it? Any fun stories that you want to share too in the comments?
Sure. because we have never done that before.
Yeah, curious to know.
Yeah, it could be really great.
What are the pros and cons too? I imagine a pro is like, oh yeah, we get to go to the office together.
Yep.
You know,
And then
commute together.
yeah, we can be together, and
Yeah.
then let's pick up some groceries on the way back.
Yeah, or like have a
Logistically.
lunch buddy at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you want to have lunch with me when you were working
Yeah,
the
why
same?
not? I mean, I don't
building?
really have lunch with anyone else. Sometimes I might have lunch with a coworker, but I tend to be more reserved, or I kind of do work as I eat.
Mhm.
But if there is someone that, yeah, I know, and if it's a partner, yeah, of course I would have lunch with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ask me, yeah, I will.
Do I have to ask you? That's a reserve lunchtime with me.
I think you should. Because lunchtime is my really own time.
Zen time.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, I don't want to have lunch with you either.
Yeah. I try to avoid people during lunchtime.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I always like put in my headphones.
Yeah.
I have my laptop with me.
Yeah. And I sometimes pretended that I'm busy
Yeah.
when people were going to cafeteria to get lunch.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, 5 seconds or
Yeah. I'll just like run into the nearest meeting room.
You're such an introvert.
Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah, that's it for today. Bye.